What's up, everybody? PJ Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs, and I'm standing here outside of the Athletic Factor Gym. Come down here on special occasions to use all the awesome equipment. The guys are always nice enough to let us shoot here. And this is Project Freak installment number, who knows. And we're 8 weeks out from the southern states. I'm gonna bring the Freak in now. And as you guys can see, he's obviously a huge guy. We've talked about that plenty of times. He's much leaner and more separated. I'm gonna show you what he looks like at the end. But the main thing with him is, as big of a guy he is, his back has been behind everything else. So what I'm gonna have him do, because he trains so hard and recovers fast, is we're gonna be doing back twice a week now. One day is gonna be his power day, and that's all the fun, Ronnie Coleman stuff with all the rows and the deadlifts and all that. And then the other day is going to be the detail day, which I am going to work specifically with all the way from now to the show. We're going to show you guys that today, and I'm going to actually train with him, because I know a thing or two about back training. So, when we're done, I'm going to show you what he looks like, send him out. You guys will not see him for 30 days. But let's do the back workout first. I'm going to try to instruct you guys and teach you guys as much as we can, like we always do. And get a good look of the Freak now, because you're not going to see him for a while.
I'll miss you guys.
You're going to see us doing in this workout is in between all our exercises, we're going to come back to some sort of pull down, pull over type of move. So I'm going to keep opening everything back up on him. It's going to be all about that stretch. So we're going to be focusing on our contractions on the actual exercises, but in between opening everything back up. So we're starting with a stiff arm pull down, as you see us doing here. Moderately heavy weight. This is something that, if I wasn't speaking, I would say is maybe 70 to 75% of my max weight for a 15 to 20 rep range. So it's not truly hard, but what I'm doing is I'm focusing really hard on feeling my lats do all the work and squeezing at the bottom. So with the Freak, I want him to be able to keep opening his lats back up, feeling that stretch. This is going to enable us to get more blood flow in the area. Then, you follow me over here to this lat pull down. You can start on either thing. You follow me this way. You can do this with a regular lat pull down, but I like these machines that are fixed, because what we're doing now is we're cheating with a purpose. When I say cheating, we're going to slightly lean back. Now typically people are going to tell you to stay completely upright, but we're slightly leaning back to put ourselves in the position that we've been in when hitting a back double bicep. And when he's coming down, he's squeezing his back muscles as if you were hitting the actual double bicep pose. And what we're focusing on with this is contracting all these little muscles real hard. So you see I have my chest elevated very high, and I'm really squeezing my back muscles as hard as I can. This is not about the move, it is all about the squeeze, and this is why I'm going to stay with him to make sure that I can feel all those muscles contracting as much as possible. We're going full extension, and then really pulling back as if we're going to come out. I want you to really be super light. Squeeze real hard through here. All right. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Good. So what we're going to do now is a giant set. We're going to end here. This is where we're going the heaviest on. By the time we get to these rows, we're literally just pulling to move the weight. The lats are going to be so tired, but we just want to focusing on actually moving the weight and burning the weight. This is more to finish the exercise out. Now to start, you guys have seen me do this in a previous back exercise video where I had the seat set up a little bit higher, and we're using an inside overhand grip like this, leaning forward. Okay, so I'm gonna play with the seat a little bit, get it in the right spot. It's a very unique way to use this machine. We're gonna feel it more through the middle of your back. Full extension, squeezing in. This is something that is not designed to do this way. You're supposed to do it underhand, like this, which is much easier. Okay, but by flipping inside like this, you're gonna feel a little higher on the, I would say like the lower 25% of your lats and then in. It's very important that you go full extension, really contracting the lats back and squeezing. So we're gonna start with this. As I said, we're gonna be doing some sort of pullover with everything that we do. Now I have this seat set high. He will need it high also. The reason being, when you're a big guy, they don't design, wrong machine. Wrong machine. They don't design these, keep that in, it'll be funny. They don't design these for people as big as Dane, not that I'm as big as him. So when you're gonna pull the safety forward, right? Now if the seat was lower, these would get in the way of my lats. The seat is gonna stay higher. And I'm using the force of my lats by driving my elbows down, 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 until I get to where my belly button would be. And I'm not pulling with my arms. I'm actually just, my hands are just here for the ride. I'm driving through my elbows. I'm using my lats to open up everything all through my serratus, and then pull back down again. This is gonna open up my lats all the way. So we're gonna go very, very smooth, strict, and control with these until we get a good set of 15. And then, by this point, we're nice and fatigued. Everything's opened up. We've done our primary focuses. This is when we go back to where I started. Now we're just moving to weight. Not focusing so much on being smooth or controlled. Literally just focusing on moving the weight. Getting the blood in, okay? So you're gonna go first. You're gonna contract this nice and smooth. Good. You squeeze those lats back hard. Good. Open it up as much as you can where it doesn't bother you. If you want to feel comfortable with your status, and just go right down towards the body. No pain in your shoulder? He's going to help your front lat spread out a lot. This is going to pull all this over here. At the bottom, you pull down. Yep. Concentrate really hard on squeezing the lats. Hard, flexing hard. Okay.
It's almost like you're doing a front lat spread without your arms being out.
So that's exactly what all this is for. I'm going to make that pose better. Good. Squeeze down. Good. Come on. Nice and slow. Squeeze it. Good. Ripping this last set. Just move it. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Good. 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 There you go. Come on. Another one. There you go. Bust them up. Let's go. All right, so the key to successful back training is to row as much as possible from as many angles as possible. So what we're gonna do now is a seated pulley rope pull. The reason why I like the rope so much, and I've explained this in numerous videos, is because you can really increase the range of motion that much more. Everybody's body's different, so the way that one bar will feel for me is gonna feel completely different for him, but we can all take our arms individually and pull back as far as we can. So this is gonna be a low rope with as full range of motion as possible. Then, whenever I come into a different gym, I try to find whatever different selectorized or machine row machine they have, which is going to be this one over here. On this particular machine, this is a upright rowing machine. Now, I have the seat kind of neutral, but I would say it's actually even a little bit lower than it needs to be, and there's a reason for that. When I do this row, typically people will teach you to row into your belt line or your waistline. We are actually going to be rowing more towards the middle of our back, here. Now, it's not right or wrong to have your hands neutral or even underhand, which you're gonna feel a little bit more in the lower lats, but we're gonna take an overhand grip and we're gonna be squeezing our upper back a lot more. So my elbows are coming more closer to 90 degrees than down by my sides. And I'm gonna feel this up through the middle of my back quite a bit more, a little bit of rear delt also. But I'm looking to really squeeze these little muscles in my upper back a lot more. So we're gonna be pulling real low. Now we're gonna be pulling higher. And again, this is all about controlled squeezes. Okay, so we'll start the rope and end up here. Again, we're going our 15 rep range. Yep. Pull it straight back. We're going all through here now. Good, there you go. Yep. Good. Nice, Braun. Good. So what we're gonna do now to finish everything off, we did all these rows, we did a lot of stretching, pulling exercises to bring everything back up. Now we're gonna open everything up completely. We're gonna do something that's considered a little bit taboo, but you guys have seen me do these and I have wrecked shoulders. My shoulders are done, but I'm still able to do these the right way. Lightweight, focusing on the forming contractions, the behind the neck pull down with the variation that you're gonna be seated backwards. You're facing away from the actual machine. So you're gonna arch your chest up a little more, feet behind you like this, anchored in. And when you pull, you're actually just pulling down to the back of your head. And you're contracting all the muscles just like when you do a back double bicep. You're really contracting the lats, all the muscles in your upper back. As soon as you get to that extension, you're coming right back down. Nice and smooth. This is a unique exercise that when you're done, you start really, really feeling it more, so that when you're actually even doing the exercise, you'll see when Dane does his, because he's much leaner than I am, bigger than I am, you'll see all those muscles in his upper back really squeezing and working. Now from here, once you really feel that squeeze and that burn, put the weight down, you're gonna walk over here. Now we're gonna open everything all the way back up. With a roll pull over, we're gonna go 90 degrees to the floor with this. So we're starting all the way over our head, arms fully extended, pulling straight down to the shins, all the way back up. Smooth, a big arcing motion. Okay, you wanna really, really feel this stretching and opening the lats back up. You're gonna feel this all the way down in the insertion. You're not pulling with your arms. Your arms are just there as hooks. Your lats are squeezing and contracting the weight down, opening everything back up again. Nice and smooth and controlled. Exhale when we pull down. Breathe in all the way back up. Much safer on the actual shoulder joint than to take a dumbbell. To do a dumbbell pullover is essentially the same exercise. You want to make sure that you're at least 90 degrees bent over when you do this. If you're upright, you're not going to feel it the same way. Just coming from a dead stretch here, all the way down, squeezing my lats down. Even at the bottom, you can really exaggerate it by contracting real hard on the bottom. And when we're done, I'm going to really open the lats up again. Stretch, 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 lean down into it. Open that back all the way up. Use your body weight to pull away. And then if you want, you can keep hitting your lat spreads, squeezing that muscle in. Your turn.
Oh. Nice and slow, squeezing it hard. Good.
those lats, those arms nice and straight. Really try to open that stretch up. Try to feel it all the way down here. All the way down to that insertion. And squeeze through here to pull it back down again.
Starting these two exercises, when you first were on that one, pulling down, your lats are probably coming out an inch more on both sides. Yep.
Yeah. I love doing those. People don't like to do them because they're dangerous, but you don't have to go real heavy. You just got to go straight.
Yeah, we're going from that and then into this. It's like such a crazy stretch. I mean, it already drastically improved your.
That's why we put them together like that.
Freaking range of motion.
Front relaxed.
That's good.
Horse there. Blow out your ear. Go forward. Horse here. front. Front double flat. Hold it, stay on your legs. Front left foot. Pull the stomach in all the way. Good. Back to the flat. Good. Back left foot. Good. Good. Nice run. Most muscle. Good. Very good. And relax.
See how much better my legs look? I shaved them.
Way better already.
They fucking look sick from when I shaved them.
All right, guys, so that's back day number 2. Like I said, the other day is very heavy stuff. He doesn't need me as much on those days. He's already really strong. I want to make sure that he's contracting hard. And we're gonna now, the next 4 weeks, we're locking it down to really start dialing his condition in. We're doing things slow and steady, keeping him growing. He's about 254, 255 right now. So you will not see him until he's 4 weeks out. I'm gonna let Dane the Freak take it out. It's been a very fun off season for he and I. And now it's time to get real serious.
Yep, so just want to thank everyone for watching the videos. Had a great time. Hope you guys did too, learned a lot. Really excited to go into this prep with PJ. He's changed a lot of things on me. And you know, these next 4 weeks, we're really gonna dial it in, get serious. Hopefully come back 4 weeks. You guys will be able to see that real drastic change. And then we'll let you follow me all the way to the show. And I hope you guys follow along. I really appreciate everybody that watches, so thank you.
Southern States, I will be there. He will be competing. The whole Blackstone Labs team is going to be there, and it should be a fun event. Unfortunately, the Raging Silverback will not be competing in that show, but something tells me that those two will meet again on stage later on down the year.
It'll be fun.
Who knows, maybe he'll actually be signed with a good company by then. I've been watching you, kid. You look good. For the Freak, I already got my Freak. I got the real Boca Freak here. As always, peace out, bye.
Peace out.